just use these. Watch.
Slowly finishing going. What's the shot?
It's an elephant.
But if I wanted to be exact, like, I wanted to be exactly halfway, would I just use, but finding the length of the, okay, cool, that's what I thought. Okay.
What? What?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what happened.
So it's like a notebook.
Yeah, it's like taking a notebook note. You guys want to know? So should we go there? Let's see. So yeah, anytime you guys draw a book, anytime you guys draw a door, anytime you guys draw an arm, anytime you guys draw a leg, a character running in animation.
Oh, I have a picture of the sculptor who make a really, like when you, like this, right?
Yeah.
He make every single step
Yeah.
on the same sculpture with a lot of hand. I will post it on.
No, see, it's the same thing. The arm stays the same length and it moves in an
In one
elliptical
sculpture,
path.
he make all the movement on the hand. That's really helpful.
Yeah.
Is that why for the Roadrunner, like when he runs, there's that?
Well, that's just they're having fun. But yeah, that is the same thing. But yes, we're going to be doing this over several days. Okay, over several weeks, I mean. So the first step is I want you guys to have good thumbnails, but the first step actually is I want you guys to have a week to start thinking about it. And again, kind of like what Juliana was saying, come up with your ideas tonight. And then the whole rest of the week, I guarantee you, you're going to be, you're going to be showering, going, and then eating your Wheaties, walking to get your coffee, But if you do that now, you're going to start generating all these ideas, and it's going to be really but you're going to come up with much more original ideas, much more interesting ideas. And there are going to be a couple of topics I'm going to kind of veto this semester, things that I think are not working that well. But anyway, so here's the basic idea. The basic idea is this. Take one thing, combine it with another thing. Take two things that basically could not exist. An example might be, like one of the examples you'll be seeing in a second is like a bird and a teapot. These things do not exist. They have never existed. But I want you to draw them. You'll be rendering them as if they actually existed. As if they existed as some kind of strange specimen in some 19th century museum like this. Where it would be in one of these cases, and it would be like, and here is the skull of whatever, attached to a frisbee. And it's I want it to feel almost like some 19th century British naturalist wearing a top hat and tails found in the middle of the Amazon jungle and brought back and displayed at the Paris World's Fair. Yeah.
Where is that?
This is one of the coolest places, right? It is this is the, let's see, Musée de Paléontologie in France, in Paris. And it is, basically they built it in, I think, 1890 for one of the Paris expositions. And they never tore it down, and I swear to God, I think all they've done is sweep once in a while. It is still the same basic thing. It has the weirdest shit you will ever see. Jars with jars with two-headed cats in them, and you know, things with one eye where there should be two, and tortoise skeletons, and you know, whales. You know, I mean, just bizarre but awesome specimens. In any case, so here's some of my para students at the place. But, you know, so it's 2 floors. The one was the bottom floor. This is the top floor. But it's just cool, weird stuff. In any case, so just some examples to get you going. The idea is to create this surrealistic specimen and render. Here's the point of it. Yeah, it's kind of, well, here was the challenge. Here's why I came up with this. I wanted to teach people how to really render well, okay, in graphite. But the problem is, rendering is boring. It's really boring. And when you see boring renderings, they're boring to look at. And so I wanted them to be kind of fun. You know, so that when in the end you end up with what rendering really does well, the whole point of rendering is to sell someone on the reality of it. So what better way to do that than to do something surreal, which isn't real, but then we think it's real, you know, so you get this nice effect. So anyway, so here are some from previous semesters that were really successful.
Whoa.
You know, tell her about that.
I did.
Okay, so like, you know, I even want you to consider the lettering, the presentation, the whole bit, and some of them you'll see little pins where the things pin, you know. Now, you can play games, have fun, do something even more original than what you're seeing. Don't be limited by what you're seeing here. I'd actually love it if you guys went way far afield. What?
She did it?
Oh, no, her roommate did. Anyway.
And you're going to be able to do that by 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you guys, here's some more.
But that's okay.
This is actually the TA from the other class, Brandon.
This one's cool.
It's like an Alice in Wonderland thing. It's a bug.
This is Rachel's.
That's cute.
Imagine like this big
Dragonfly?
flying around though like that.
Oh, that's gonna be
Tootsie Roll Pop. I don't want to eat that
That's
one.
Now,
nasty.
you guys, I want to make a point to you guys. If you can learn to pull this off, if you can take what we've been doing and you do this creatively and you pull, that's a portfolio piece. That's a piece that I can put a piece like that or a piece like Kristen's, I can put that in front of a pro and they go, yeah, nice job. Because it's at such a high level. You know, now the way you do this is all the things we've been doing up until now applied creatively and intelligently. What I love about this one, this was a guy who had never drawn before he came to the class. And he actually was worried that he wouldn't make it in animation illustration because he didn't have the drawing skills, you know. And I said, don't worry about it, we can take care of that. And he did this like 6-7 weeks later. It's like, yeah, all right.
Like alien.
Oh,
Those are feathers, in case you guys.
yeah. Cicada.
So like even the way the person's rendering the type, you know, so they're drawing that type.
I hear that's a hot button issue for you.
Yes, because people do it really badly usually. Sound it out. Fish tank. Now, I'd kind of like you guys to avoid the puns, you know, so like, you know, the, what are some of the other ones? Ball boy, fly swatter, you know, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, we get it. Be a little more, but this one I make an exception for because they did a great job on it.
Ah,
Really dark.
that's
It's like that.
It could be a-
It's like
That
During Chinese eat that.
sun.
Oh, this is one, these next two are two of my favorites.
Oh, it's exact knife.
I love that one. Whoops. Hang on a second. I think this one might be on a, yeah, that one's on a, I gotta change the timing on that one. But anyway, you guys get the idea. Now, just to show you some additional stuff as inspiration.
What?
Just, these are just things that, these are actual, the kinds of projects I was thinking of as being in the spirit of it. You know, these are real life anatomical things, and, you know, I love the type on that one.
You should learn a lot from, Terror Village.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can buy a lot of things in that.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's very much in the same, I mean, like, I love this one, I love the design of this one with the type, even the foxing of the paper. You will not be using color.
I was looking for a book for Angela's class yesterday.
Yeah.
There was one from it was from Lewis and Clark's expedition.
Uh-huh.
And they had all of that type font and all that sort of paper thing.
Exactly. But even something as simple as this, like, look how beautifully done that is. Meticulous. I love the little hand on the side as a book class.
This is like, to be honest, like some of my all-time favorite genre of art.
Nerdy stuff.
Kind of
Yeah.
like, kind of like the weird,
Science.
obscure, kind of odd,
Okay.
sciencey stuff.
Now, some of this we've already seen, so I'll go through it really quick. But basically, when you're working on your thumbnails, these are thumbnails. Okay, these are what thumbnails look like. They're clear. They, you can work out your ideas. Okay, then you look at different stuff like this. Now, if you look at the bottom one here, that's a thumbnail for a sketch, like the tone at the top. So if you look at that, and then you look at that, okay, that's what should be happening. Look at the top, you can see the thumbnail next to it up there, and also, this is why I have this guy save these as examples. He's not doing one thumbnail, he's working out multiple versions and trying to, the point, if you guys want to be successful about this, success in this project does not come on the rendering. Success on the project comes here. You work out your ideas, you solve as many problems as you can. It's like I'll be right with you. I've said this before, but I want to emphasize this. You want to have a hit, Broadway show. The first thing you need is a killer story and a killer script, and then you get the right actors, then you get the right cast, then you get the right sets, and then the right lighting, then the right costumes. You work it out, but you work out all the most important stuff. The script is the most important thing. If it's a crappy story, doing great lighting on it will still make it a crappy story. So it's all in these thumbnails. And this is why I'm giving you guys a week lead time to ponder it. I don't want you doing it in 2 days between Monday and Wednesday. Yeah.
So, can we start using tone a little bit more in our thumbs?
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. On the thumbs, honestly, I'm not going to look at your thumbnails.
But they look so fantastic.
Your thumbnails are for you. Okay? What I care about is, I can tell you this, I'm only going to see good sketches from someone who has good thumbnails.